What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be giving away one of my top performing dispute letters to help you improve your credit. Now, this is the same letter I've used to fix both my credit and credit of any of my clients that I've had. And this has removed hundreds and hundreds of collection accounts from people's credit reports. So if you have a credit score below 700 and you have a lot of negative collection accounts that are holding you back from getting to that 700, then this is the exact video you don't want to miss. It's going to be breaking down exactly how you can go about getting from where you are to where you want to get to. Hey there, I'm Tomy Boboy, your credit and personal finance coach. If this is your first time on my channel, I just want to say welcome. I'll typically be posting videos about improving your credit and achieving your personal finance goals. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Now let's go ahead and dive into the letter. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and jump into my computer and I'm going to show you exactly how the letter works. And I'll kind of break down a little bit about how to use the letter when you're trying to remove negative accounts. Let's jump in. All right, guys, so here is the letter that I have in front of me. In case you guys want this letter, I will be throwing a link down in the description where you can actually download this exact letter, be able to use it. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to try to explain to you why the letter is the way it is and how exactly I use it with debt collectors to make sure that you have the highest success possible when you do use this letter as well, just like me. Okay, now a little bit of the backstory is, I've been doing credit for myself as well as for clients for pretty much about 5 years, right? It's been about 5 years, maybe a little more at this point. Now, one thing that I did have issues with were debt collectors. A lot of you guys know how debt collectors can be. Sometimes they'll use, they'll either be breaking the law or they just, they're really aggressive and they just try to, the way I like to look at it is they try to toe the line when it comes to legal matters, right? So sometimes they'll do things that they know isn't really legal, but that they hope that the person on the other side of that doesn't know enough about the law to either contradict them or stop them right in their tracks. And that's why I created this letter. The big reason for this letter was to stop those debt collectors right in their tracks, especially whenever they're reaching out to you, whether it's giving you phone calls, sending letters, things like that, right? So this is going to be the exact letter you want to use to be able to not only shut them down immediately, but to be able to get them to remove accounts off of your credit report. Now, guys, also this letter works for any debt collectors, right? One thing I do want to say is you want to focus on the accounts that are going to have the biggest impact for you. Right, so what you want to focus on is debt collection accounts that are the newest because they're having the biggest impact on your credit score. You also want to be looking at what type of collection account it is. I actually shot a video talking about specifically medical collection accounts and how they're a little easier to remove because of certain privacy laws that we have. And I actually shot a complete video you can watch. I'll attach in the description below as well for you guys to take a look at if you do have any medical collection accounts. But those are kind of a few of the things that you want to be looking at. And guys, don't worry about disputing everything. You guys got to keep in mind that at the end of the day, you don't need an 850 credit score. I don't have, even me, I know so much about credit and I've learned so much these past 5 years and I don't even have an 850 credit score. It doesn't matter about the score, right? At the end of the day, the only reason we care what our score is because it helps us achieve the goals that we want to achieve. So just know that with an 850 credit score, you're still going to have the same access to credit. You're going to get the same interest rates. You're going to get pretty much all the same benefits as you would if you had a 750 score, which is 100 points less, right? So what you want to do is focus first on getting into the 700s. Then from there, you're going to be able to little by little get up to 750s. And at that point, once you're in the 750s, you're pretty much set for anything, right? You're going to get the best rates. You're going to get the best you're going to get approved for majority of loans, get the best credit cards, everything like that. Now, the reason why I decided to focus on debt collectors is because this section of the score is called payment history, right? That's the section of the score that they impact the most. And this affects 35% of your score. So if you can start getting these collection accounts removed, you're going to be able to make the biggest gain or you're going to see the biggest boost to your credit score. Now let's jump into the letter. And also before we actually jump in, I do want to say, guys, be sure that you throw a like on this video just so the YouTube sees that you guys are enjoying this content or this content is giving you value. That way I can get this video out to as many people as possible so we can help as many people as possible. Okay, so be sure you throw a like on that video and let's go ahead and jump into this actual letter itself. Now guys, right off the bat, this letter
is for this letter assumes that you've already received something from a debt collector. Like, if a debt collector receives a debt from you, or they have your account, typically what they'll do is they'll call you and then they'll send letters to your house. Now, right off the bat, I do want to tell you, if you get a letter and you don't respond, you are automatically considered guilty in the eyes of the law, right? And what I mean by that is, by you not replying or answering to a letter that's saying that this is your debt, they're assuming that your silence is an admittance that you owe that debt. So what you always want to make sure you do is respond no matter what. And that's what this letter is perfect for. Now, this letter right off the bat, it forces them to prove that this debt is actually yours. You see here, I start off right off the bat saying, hey, I received your notice and I'm requesting full validation of the debt. Because I've been fraudulently contacted by debt collection companies in the past for unsubstantiated debts, I now require full validation on all claims. Okay, and please provide the following. It starts naming off things that they should have in their files since they're trying to collect this debt from you. Okay, so it shoots off naming off all those different things. And once you send this letter off, they have a set amount of time to respond back. So if they don't respond back with all these items, then your next step of what you can do is you can go to the credit bureaus and tell them that you requested verification from the debt collectors and they didn't verify or validate the information, and therefore they need to remove it from your credit report. Now, one thing I do want you to keep in mind is when you send this letter, you want to make sure that you send this letter certified mail with return receipt. That way you have a legit proof that they received the letter and you know exactly the date and time that they got the letter, who signed for it, so on and so forth. And you can send that information to the credit bureaus to show them that, hey, I really sent this letter. Check it out. Here's all the information. You could even attach the letter in there if you want. This is the letter I sent them. They didn't respond, so on and so forth. And guys, because of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, they have to respond within 30 days. Okay, so if they don't respond within 30 days, then boom, you can automatically send that letter off to the credit bureaus, and you're going to be able to get this account removed. And it's literally just as easy as that. And yeah, guys, so that's pretty much most of the letter. Now, typically, whenever you use this letter, you're either going to get a response from them with partial information, not all of it, which means that they weren't able to provide you with all the information that you requested. So you can tell the credit bureaus to remove it. Two, what they might do is they might send you a stall letter. Okay, if you get a stall letter, it's basically they're trying to just waste more time and hope that you either just give up on trying to get the debt removed and you just kind of let the whole situation go. So whenever you get that stall letter, you need to remind them that they have 30 days. And if they don't respond, then you're referring this information to the credit bureaus, and you might even take it as far as reporting it to the consumer rights agencies, the governmental consumer rights agency. And the third option, which is the best option, is they might just end up deleting it. They might decide, you know what, it's not worth the battle, and they're just going to delete it from your credit report. Now, guys, what I recommend is that you join my Facebook group. The link is down in the description as well. Make sure you join my Facebook group so you don't miss any of the information that we're going to be providing in there. I love it because it's a community of people all trying to achieve the exact same goal. So if, for example, you have some sort of issues, or maybe you have a question about a response that you got, we can actually help you and deal with your specific situation in the group, as opposed to me trying to do it through a video. So be sure that you actually jump into our free Facebook group down below. Also, don't forget to download this letter and the link down below as well. So I have that at the bottom. You can click on that to be able to get access to a PDF version of this letter that you can use to be able to contest any of those collection accounts that you have on your credit report. Lastly, guys, if this video gave you any value whatsoever, be sure to throw a like on this video. That way the YouTube algorithm knows that you enjoyed this content and you found it valuable, and we can get this video shared to as many people as possible. So be sure you throw a like on this video, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. And guys, that's gonna be pretty much it. That's all for now, guys. I'll see you at the next one.